is no ambiguity here. Mail-in voting, drop boxes for ballots, and the fact that these routines are decades old in Oregon are huge wins for the people tasked with running an election during a pandemic.
Just stay home, stay safe, and vote by mail.
Where things get a little tougher is making sure that those votes are counted quickly and safely.
It's just about spacing people farther apart, and that has required some considerable rework in some areas.
Tim Scott runs Multnomah County's elections department and had the county send us these photos of staff behind glass partitions and empty desks recently vacated to let those nearby socially distance. For those who insist on voting in person next week, voting booths have been spaced out and separated by 6-foot wooden sticks to help keep voters from getting too close. By contrast, on and around a normal election day, the county would have 200+ people on hand opening, organizing, and scanning ballots. This year, they'll have around half that. It begs the question, will results be delayed? Scott says those early ones that come in around 8 p.m. election night will not. That's because
we are allowed to pre-process ballots for certain stages all the way from the beginning of when they start coming back, and then starting the 7th day prior to the election, which is tomorrow, we can actually start removing them from the envelopes and scanning them into the tally system.
But Scott says delays could come with results usually posted later in the evening or early the next morning. It'll be most noticeable in close races. Granted, the more people that vote early by mail, the shorter that delay. And speaking of numbers, turnout has been another big question. Simply put, will voters participate amid a pandemic? New stats released by the state and organized on this graph by Portland-based DHM Research show 14% of Multnomah County voters have cast their ballots so far. That's right around average for this stage of the primary. KGW political analyst Len Bergstein thinks beyond that, this pandemic is historic and predictions are useless.
This year, it's a mystery. Anybody who tells you they know what's going on and they can project stuff is really more guesswork than normal years.
Okay, Maggie Vespa joining us now. Real quick, let's drive home kind of the main points that people need to remember this week.
Yeah, exactly. The big one this week, the last day that you can mail in your ballot and be sure it'll get in on time, is Thursday. And again, there's already a stamp on your ballot. The state of Oregon has already taken care of that. So election officials say this is officially the easiest and safest way that you can vote in this election. And by the way, if you didn't get a ballot in the mail or if you need a replacement, that info is on your county elections website. Dan.
All right, good reminders this week. Maggie, thank you.